y'all are old enough, y'all have been working, it's time to give me money. And this is the amount that I would like.
I don't understand the rationale for that really. Like, why are you packing food for your child and giving your child extra money? What's that for?
They should go, wait, mama. She'll go find like 10 cents, 20 cents. Here's some money. Taxi is very expensive.
I think she needs to learn to pay for things, to know the value of money, that things cost money. They don't just come to you for free.
And if they ever make a comment like, $10 only, but you don't need to get it. You don't have to receive it. You know, some people don't, and you don't need to. Today, we are talking about finances. Are you giving your kid allowance? How much allowance are you giving your kid? Will you charge your child rent?
Deep questions.
Yeah.
Can you tell me how you got inspired to talk about all these?
So firstly, my husband's family, they believed in charging rent. So he had to pay rent even though he was still in school. And my mom, growing up, was like, oh, you know, you should give us some of your pay. I was in radio when I was 18, 19. And from then, she was like, oh, you should start giving us your pay. And I'm like, huh?
How much pay? Did they tell you how much to give?
No, it was up to me. But it felt like, I just got a job. I just got money and you want to take my money again? Little did I know, it's just preparing me for life. Firstly, now that we have both young children, you have one who's in primary school. Do you give her allowance or are you packing lunch? How much allowance do you give her? Is she allowed to freely spend the allowance? What's the deal?
So my daughter is in primary 3, and since she started in primary 1, my husband and I, we have decided to give her $2 every day for pocket money.
And primary 3 is still $2 or she gets promoted yearly.
Okay, I have to say now she's in primary 3 and she has to stay back in school at least twice a week. We still give her $2 a day.
Okay, that's fair.
We have not increased that amount, even though I've been negotiating with my husband. Please give her more because she needs to have lunch, right? No, the $2 is for recess, another $2 for lunch. But then he's like, this girl is rich. Okay, let me go back to why we started with $2. So $2 is like just enough for her to buy herself a decent meal, like a bowl of noodles.
How much is primary school food now?
Oh, I think it's like, it costs you anything like from $1 to $1.50 for a main course.
Oh.
Okay, like pasta, a bowl of noodles, that sort of thing. If you buy bread, you can go under $1.
Right.
And a drink would set you back at least 50 cents. So every school has slightly different pricing depending on what school.
That's a lot.
Yes. So canteen food prices have increased, right?
A lot.
So $2 is the bare minimum.
Yeah.
We gave her $2 and we let her decide what she wants to spend on or if she wants to save the money instead.
Right.
Because we believe that it's good to start the kids from as young as primary 1. I mean, if they're going to an environment where they're supposed to advocate for themselves, you know, and the canteen is a safe space for them to learn how to buy things. And because my daughter is like shy and introverted, I think we thought it would be a good idea for her to get started earlier rather than later, because otherwise she wouldn't have had the experience of buying something on her own.
So I've got not friends, but like my family members, they have different rationales. So yeah, one is to get the child to be able to be confident, ask, can I have a bowl of noodles? I don't want ketchup, I want this or whatever. So get them to speak. But then also like I have other colleagues who will still pack lunch and give money because, oh, my child is too shy. Like she just will not bring herself. So I need to make sure she eats in the day. And then another camp is like, well, if I give them money, they're just going to spend it on the bookshop. They're not going to eat. So, you know.
I think either way, any of the camps that you just talked about is going a bit too far in spoon feeding the child. You're basically giving your child options.
Yeah.
Right? You're sending the message that it's okay if you don't want to buy food because I've already packed food for you. There's always that option. And that money to them is like, they can save or they can take it as spending money.
Yeah.
So I don't understand the rationale for that really. Like, why are you packing food for your child and giving your child extra money? What's that for?
Fair. So if your child decides, I'm not going to eat today, I'm going to save my money, you're like, okay, then you don't eat.
Yeah. So that's exactly what I mean. I will advise her and say, you know, it's good to get something in your tummy because it's a long school day. I don't want you to starve. That said, I give her a small packet drink to bring to school so she can have it during like a 5-minute break.
And also, they're not going to die, huh? If they don't eat recess.
To be fair, she leads a very good life when she comes back home because she's looked after by my in-laws. I know she will not starve. And since we started giving her $2 of pocket money, she's been pretty savvy with saving and choosing what she wants to spend it on.
Okay, so that leads to the second question. Now she has saved all all of her money and she says, Mummy, I want to buy slime. Will you say, sure, it's your money, do what you want? Or would you be like, really, slime?
I'm okay with her buying anything as long as she buys it on her own. I'll be like, yeah, you want slime? Go get slime, you know? And if you want me to buy it for you, you have to give me a good reason why I should do it for you.
Okay.
Is it because I can only buy it online? You can't buy it in a physical store? I think that's what I want to teach her, to be able to go after things on her own, make her own decisions.
Okay, so aside from concert tickets, let's say just a regular weekend. So your kid wants to go out on the weekends. Are you giving them extra pocket money on top of what you give on the weekday?
Wow, this is like maybe when they hit 11 or 12 years old, right? When they're more independent, able to go out on their own. I think I would, because it's just part of growing up.
Right, they have to socialize.
And you need the money to hang out, because if you have no money, like, who's going to hang out with you? Right? You know the peer pressure, right? If you can't even afford to buy a meal.
So that's my logic. I know some parents are like, here's a monthly allowance, say $50 for 1 month, your weekends included. But realistically, if $2 a day, $50 a month is not going to cover very much, if anything at all, then you're just going to drive them to crime. They're going to be like petty thefts and they're going to like steal the silliest things. People are like, why you steal rubber band? Because I only get $2 a day.
No, it doesn't work that way. I think the truth is stealing is a crime, right? And if you cannot afford something, don't buy it.
But you would give your kid extra money on the weekend.
Yeah,
like
if they are going out with
How much does a movie cost now?
Wow.
It's crazy expensive, right?
At least $10 per ticket. At least. No, maybe 13.
I think
around
it's closer
there,
to 13.
$12, $13.
In our time, it was like $6, $7.
Yeah, now it's double the price.
So, assuming a movie ticket is $13 already, they go to a movie theater, that's $13. A meal is another $5. So how much are you giving them on a weekend? $20? $30?
20, 25, just to make sure they have enough for transport back home.
Yeah.
Public transport.
Emergency money, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will not be encouraging them to be taking private hire cars at that age, for sure.
Yeah, but my curfew was last train, like get home by the last train because you got no money for taxi. Backtrack a little bit. You said that if it's a concert ticket or whatever, she has to work to get it.
Yeah.
Do household chores, is that considered working? Like if you make up your room, I'll pay you $10 to...
No such thing. So ever since we got our own place, my husband and we have been pretty good at asking the kids to clean up after themselves and be part of our household chores. And that's all because we do not have a helper. And I do not want to spend the rest of my living life doing chores.
Yeah.
I'm not a chores person. And my husband, neither is he. So we figured the best way is to teach our kids to take ownership of the house. It's like, you want to play, can. Make sure you keep all your toys back where they belong. Do not leave the room cluttered. Because if you leave it cluttered, the next time when you come back to the room, it is your business, okay? Do not ask me for missing toys. Do not ask me to clean it up for you. Nothing. It is your business.
Then how are they working for extra? If this is expected to be done, then what extra are they doing?
To get what?
Whatever they want. I need a little bit more.
I will always find incentives for them. So for now, my boy, he's still doing the toilet training, right?
Yeah.
And he likes to ask me for toy cars. My incentive to him would be, you show me that you can not pee or poop your pants for 2 consecutive months and I'll get you what you want. So, okay, this is a bit mad because he doesn't
have no concept.
Yeah, he has no concept of time yet. So, but you know, to his discredit, he hasn't even been able to do that for 2 months. So that's out of the question.
Okay, but what's his longest streak?
1 week. And
Good
a
enough.
week later, there will be an accident. And I'm like, no, I said 2 months. I'm sticking to 2 months. So if he asks me for the toy, I'll be like, no, you did not achieve what you were supposed to do.
But he don't know. I was like, okay, 1 week, 10 days. So if the first time 1 week, I was like, sorry, it's not 2 months. And then 10 days, okay lah.
And then he'll ask me, so how long is 2 months?
Yeah.
And I'll say 2 months is 8 weeks. And then he asks me, how long is 8 weeks? You have to break it down to him, like 8 weeks is 56 days. You can write it down in your notebook and strike it off day by day. That's how you count.
Wow, he can count up to 58.
Oh, he can, but he'll get upset. It's like, yeah, you are trying to child talk me, make me do this kind of nonsense.
Child talk me.
Starting to understand.
Okay, so now we've established that, okay, now they are teenagers. They're no longer... So my mom's rule is, once you are in poly, you don't get Christmas presents. Because we come from a huge family, and there's one point in time where everybody had a child, and it's very expensive to get everyone a Christmas present. So she's like, okay, sorry, once you're a working adult, once you're in poly, no more Christmas presents for you. We cannot afford it. When would you ask your child, or would you ask your child for rent? Because if you just let them stay at your house forever, they will stay in your house forever. 35 years old, they're still living with mom and dad.
Oh, I think that's a bit hard to say right now because they're like 8 and 5. But honestly, I've not thought about asking them for rent because I think like they didn't ask to be born, right? So why should I charge them rent? Unless I'm broke lah, out of job or whatever lah. Then they want to like earn some pocket money, then I might ask them, right? Sure. But as far as possible, I would like not to impose any financial burden on them. At the same time,
did you give your parents money when you started working?
Not immediately, actually. Like my parents did not ask anything from me. The only thing they asked of me was to save money and spend wisely. Knowing the kind of person I was, they did not want me to give them money because they thought I already had trouble saving money.
Yeah.
Up till now, I give them a sum like every month. I mean, it's just like a way of like thanking them, right? Appreciating them. But honestly, I'm also grateful that they didn't ask me for it because I think it would have been a bit awkward, I feel. Like asking
my
your kids
mother
for
had
money.
no problem. She's a Eurasian lady, but she might as well have been like a 369 gang member with the way.
How did she ask?
She had a group chat with my sister and I, and the group was called My Darling Daughters.
Darling.
My darling daughters. And the first message was, y'all are old enough. Y'all have been working. It's time to give me money. And this is the amount that I would like.
Wow, that's super straightforward.
Yes.
Like it.
Every month, she'll say, okay, it's time to pay money. So it was really owe money, pay money. And to her credit, it did instill a lot of guilt lah, in a way. But like, I know I should give, but also you need to realize the price of bread is no longer 20 cents. Everything is a lot more. So I felt the amount that she was asking for was a little bit much.
Okay.
And then she reconsidered. She was like, fine, pick a bill. What bill do you want to pay? You want to pay for the cable bill? You want to pay for the electricity bill? Just give me a bill that you want to pay for since you're still living with in my house. So I got married. Oh, so ang pao money. Do you keep your kids' ang pao money or do you let them handle it themselves?
So as a rule of thumb, my kids have to hand me the ang paos when they get it. And my husband and I safeguard it. Yeah, because we manage the bank accounts, right? So usually we just transfer whatever amount they got from the ang paos to their direct account, like CDA, top up for them. So that's what we do.
My mom had a really good deal. Whatever amount we got, right? So let's say we got $180. If we decided to put it in the bank, she'll top up so it's 200. And it's like the round number always sounds better, right? So we're like, oh yeah, put it in the bank. You should just top up $20 for each of us. Like, yeah,
that was
money.
A smart way to get you to say.
Yeah. So okay, interesting.
Another question.
Yes.
I mean, I know you're not exactly from like a traditional Chinese family background, but do you practice giving your kids ang pao money? Whether it's on their birthdays or Chinese New Year or anything?
Right now, they're so young. Like when Lily was 1, I did, just for like symbolic purposes, I suppose. But now that she's 2, 3, she's going to be 4, no. But once she's in primary school, yeah, probably. Just so she knows. She likes to give us ang pao.
What?
Yeah, it's very cute. So like if she receives an ang pao with like many $2, like $6, so $2, $2, she'll find random ang paos around the house and she'll pack $2 and she'll give it to us.
That's so cute.
She likes to give, so we have trained her well.
Great.
Yeah. And if I go out, because I'm always trying to get a Grab or a Gojek, I'm like, it's so expensive. Oh my gosh, it's surging. It's so expensive. She'll go, wait, mama. She'll go find like 10 cents, 20 cents. Here's some money. Taxi is very expensive.
Yes, and 10 cents will go a long way to help.
But it's a thought. So I used to think, oh yeah, what a great child I've raised. When I go out, she gives me pocket money. But she'll always follow up with, buy me a present.
Oh.
Here's some money, buy me a present.
Wow, smart girl.
Cute lah that she gives me money to take taxi.
That's cute. So I don't give my kids ang pao money either because I just don't believe in it. Like,
it's symbolic.
I've been paying for your things the whole year round, your education fees,
just give
your
$2
books,
or what? That's where you teach gratitude.
I just don't. Like, I'm just busy collecting ang paos already and labeling them during Chinese New Year that I don't give.
I think If I were to give, which I will once they're older, I won't give them a big sum. I'll probably give them like $10. And as you grow, you know that $10 does not buy you much. And if they ever make a comment like, $10 only, but then you don't need to get it. You don't have to receive it. You know, some people don't, and you don't need to.
I mean, for me, I'm proud that my daughter chooses to save or spend however she wants, to the point where she has quite a decent amount of savings and she buys comics from me. And I'm just like, okay, great. You showed me that you could save money. So why not?
So the comics that she buys from you are at full price or discounted price?
Okay, so my rationale is I buy them cheaper online already, like $3 cheaper than from a physical shop. So I'll sell you at the online price that I bought it at.
So there's no discount?
No discount, $6.90.
Oh, it's a hard life.
And every month or so, she'll come to me with the money. She'll say, Mommy, I'm ready. I want another comic. She'll give me the money and she'll make sure she gets her change back.
Okay, but what do you do with the money? Do you like
I keep it in my wallet lah, because I bought the comics for her, right?
No, so you take it lah. You don't
Yeah, it's my money.
You don't pretend like, oh, I'll take the money, but it goes back into your bank account.
No way.
It's your money.
Like, to me, comic books are not a must-have, right? It's just good to have, and I happen to buy them in bulk because they were cheaper that way.
You know, I always thought like, because my mom asked us for money, right? So I would give her money. I always thought that, oh, that money's going to come back to me. No, it doesn't.
Oh, no.
It really just goes to her. It's gone. Like your daughter, oh, maybe she pays you the money, then you keep aside for her. No, it just, it's gone.
Yeah. I think she needs to learn to pay for things, to know the value of money, that things cost money. They don't just come to you for free.
Interesting stuff. Okay.
Yeah, so when we talk about cost of raising child, all these comes into play. Like, who says we need to give
But then government gives you grant. Do you like give your child, hey, this month you got CDA, here's extra money for you?
Because of the cost of pregnancy, the cost of all the checkups, the prenatal supplements, and the cost of maintaining my health during pregnancy and after is there. That's what a grant is for, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the mother got to take care of herself before she can take care of her kids.
Okay, fair.
That's my rationale.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okie dokies then. And on that note,
It's time to take a nap.
which is free.